camp is awesome because you can do like anything you really want. Like there's rocketry.
I think what's awesome about this camp is that there's really no limit to what you can choose. You can choose whatever class you want.
Discover Camp is such a great place for learning things. There's tons of classes.
We love Discover Camp because it's a unique environment in which our son's able to explore himself and all of his interests through varied classes throughout the day with awesome instructors at a great facility with just top-notch talent.
Stop, please. Come on, guys.
The first thing I thought of this camp was, wow, this is going to be so much fun.
This class is fun with sensors. Some of the things we do is they learn how to solder. They put together circuits such as a temperature sensor, a light sensor, a force sensor, several other circuits. I have them do some small circuits to begin with and then build up, like today we just finished a big soldering project, which is a siren and 2 blinking lights and a volume control. The ultimate goal of the class is really to show the kids what electronics is like and what sensors are like, because I think sensors are an important part of electronics and control systems. And just by having them, even a simple circuit, even a light sensor circuit, which is 3 or 4 components, they put them together and they see the circuit interact with something real, light.
This is Mini Z. This is a great class. There's 2 sessions. These are the cars we work with. And there are new versions this year, 2.4 gigahertz. And it's extremely popular. They start with the basics of modifying their car, driving their car. There's a lot of upgrades that can be made, and it's just an infinite learning experience with these. And it also enables them to go on to the world of RC on a bigger scale. We have a track downstairs, and we take them down there and race.
So the goal of Racing Academy, regardless of which class you're taking, is really engineering. What this is doing is we're teaching you all of those things, but in a really fun way, because we're not just giving you a couple of gears and saying, hey, look, when you adjust the way that they mesh together, you can change performance. We're saying, let's build a 30-mile-an-hour remote-controlled car that you can take home. That's a lot more fun, and we're still teaching you all of these concepts about gearing and what a servo is, how it works, what a differential is, how it works, what its purpose is. We're teaching you all of those things, but we're disguising it as fun.
our LEGO curriculum, we have LEGO engineering, along with renewable energy. We have LEGO robotics and advanced LEGO robotics. In LEGO engineering, we introduce students to the science of LEGO, how to interact with gears and things of that nature. And we also incorporate some renewable energy in that. In LEGO robotics, we introduce students to the field of robotics using Legos, how to program robots. My goal for students is that they have an opportunity to investigate things that may interest them. Hopefully this will lead them to seek a career in the engineering or science fields.
Here at the Cliffs, we bring the kids in. We climb for about an hour and a half, and the kids learn anything from top roping up the ropes, bouldering. We do different activities like rope swings and mat vaulting. It's really challenging for most of them to be able to actually climb to the top because they don't have the same reach as a lot of people, like older people have, so they can climb a lot easier. Once the kids can actually meet these goals that they set, for instance, climbing to one of the walls, it's really rewarding for me because I know that I've actually completed my goal and I've taught the kids all I can, and that they're now taking what I've given them and using them to their own abilities.
We learn juggling, we learn balloon animals. Here is the mini-me balloon animal. We make all sorts of crazy balloon hats and balloon creations like, well, notice this is a heart balloon that becomes 4 of them, make a flower. So, yeah, I'm kidding, you know. Magic Circus is magic and juggling and balancing and all sorts of tricks of skill.
It's called Magic Circus, but it could also be called Skillville, because my aim is to make sure every kid builds up skills during Magic Circus. So whether that's balancing or juggling or making balloon animals or doing magic tricks or throwing and catching a frisbee, which we work on, or folding shirts. I know that sounds crazy, but we fold them in a special origami way. Every kid walks out after 4 weeks of Magic Circus having skills they never had before. They might even juggle for the first time.
Go. 1, 2, 3. Yellow ball, 2 cups. Right. Reveal 3. Beautiful, and give a ta-da symbol. Yeah, there we go.
Warhammer is a tabletop strategy game where kids get to build their own armies, they get to glue up all their pieces, and they get to paint it and customize it whatever way they want. The goal of this class is for each camper to learn how to build their own army, how to paint their own army, and then they get to learn new strategies of what works, what didn't work, where they should place their troops.
This is head-to-toe science. Basically, it's an anatomy class for kids. All right, so the basic idea of the class is to get an idea of human movement. Well, every day we go over different muscles and bones. Each day we learn 2 new muscles and bones and the way those muscles and bones work in exercise. And the kids have a great time with it, and by the end of it they usually understand about 35 new muscles and 35 new bones.
Climb the set! Rolling! Action!
The curriculum is based on the students breaking up into groups and working on films. They're allowed to write their own stories, they can improvise their own stories. Usually one person will shoot, the other person will edit. Some people who are comfortable are allowed to act in the scenes. I encourage that, to be not only comfortable behind the camera, but also comfortable in front of the camera. There are so many jobs that come with working on a film that there's always a place for a student who may not be comfortable with one thing, but they'll find comfort in another area.
This is actually intermediate rocketry, but we have introduction to rocketry, intermediate rocketry, and advanced rocketry. Intro is pretty much, this campers are pretty much learning the basic skills of building rockets and launching rockets and how rockets work and things to that nature. For the intermediate class, it's a little more on a higher level, but where the students or the campers are still building on a kit-based project. The advanced class get to build on whatever they want. They come up with a drawing, they develop the engineering on it, and they build that rocket from scratch, from scrap pieces of balsa or body tubes, whatever you have. They take that rocket and build it on whatever they think is necessary to complete the project.
This is Halloween in July. This is obviously my favorite class. I developed it just out of a love for Halloween. Most of the students are building tombstones, and we've done other projects over the years. We corpsify plastic skeletons that you can buy in the store for cheap, and we always make them appear to be much more authentic than they really are.
I think it's the best camp ever. It's my first year here.
It's actually the best day camp I've ever been to.
This camp is the best camp that I have ever been to and probably will ever go to.
It's a great place, and I'm definitely coming back next year.